Hi folks, back again. All these small pieces that we stripped off this plane have been sat in this tub of WD-40 for probably about an hour and a half now. So we're just going to take them out, see what sort of state they're in. Now I can already tell by the colour of the oil in there that quite a bit of the rust, discoloration and any other pieces that were clinging to them have actually come off now. And this is the sort of state that you'll find things in. So that's where we're at with them. They're in that sort of stage. So it's just now a matter of a good lump of wire wool, and it's just a matter of working on them all. Now again, we can go as far as we want with this. We can stop when there's just a little bit of discoloration on there, or if we want to get them shiny, you certainly can. I've worked with just wire wool and sandpaper, and again, as we keep saying, it's about time. But probably 20 seconds and that screw is at that sort of stage, because the WD-40 in that tub has done its job. It's lifted everything off there that was clinging to the screw. So we'll go in with another one. Now this one's quite a bit more discoloured, so little squirt on there just to help as we put this around on the sandpaper. A bit noisy, I apologise, but we can just fetch the thick off. Now if you're struggling to hold them, what I find is a pair of grips. Don't be too worried, and I can just pinch that screw. We'll just adjust that up. We don't want to damage the thread, but we can grab it right at the end. Pinch that won't go anywhere. And now I can get in there with the sandpaper, with the wire wool. Just use the sandpaper. So I can get in there. And I don't really want these really shiny. I still want them to show their age. This plane's got a bit of age to it. So we'll do that. We'll try and get around the thread as well, because we want the thread clear. We want it to all function as they should do. There we go. Pop that off. And again, we're at that sort of stage. Well, that's quite usable, quite functional. But it still looks okay. We've got the little bracket that goes on the back of the frog, the one that was virtually welded on. Again, drop that on that sandpaper. The two surfaces, not forgetting the sides. We'll also get in between there as well. And then again, a bit of WD-40 and a bit of sandpaper and a bit of wire wool, which is becoming a bit of a mantra. But that's it, that's all I use, nothing spectacular. A good wipe. And there we are, from something that was virtually welded on. We're at that sort of stage. Wouldn't look out of place on a new plane, to be honest. And that's all I'll do. I'll just keep working at all these individual parts. Again, we'll just adjust that. And I can get round the sides of that now. You're never going to be able to hold these small items in your fingers, because your fingers and your thumbs will just get in the way. So I really do find that these grips, again, if you just pinch at the ends of the thread, I might be teaching you to suck eggs here, but if you don't know, you don't know. So just grab them right at the end of the thread. You're not going to do any damage, but then it really means you can get involved in paying attention to the sides. And then ideally we want to clean that thread up. And as I say, I've had quite a few people comment and message me and ask me about how I attack these smaller items, you know, because they can't hold them and they're a bit worried about damaging them with sandpaper and wire wool. But you're not going to damage them as long as you've got a bit of lubricant in there just to act as that buffer. Again, give that a bit of a wipe. And there we are, we're at that sort of stage again. Threads are cleaned up as well, the head's cleaned up. I won't go any further with them. A little bit of discoloration I'm not too bothered about. We've got these other small pieces that we can do as well. The threaded bars, let's have a go at one of them. Again, the good old favourite, make sure we've got some of that on there. Now wire wool should do the job on this, because these aren't particularly in bad condition, because obviously they're inside the wood of the rear tote and the knob. They don't tend to get too rusted. You get a bit of discoloration on them. Get the thread clean, get everything so it's workable. But as I say, it doesn't take a lot. A bit of elbow grease, and there we are. I'm more than happy with that. That's perfectly serviceable now. So we can just keep them, we can work the way through this, and then I'll do a bit more work on the body and the frog, and then we'll see about getting it put back together